thank you all for joining us. We'll start the questions now. Okay, guys, we'll be wrapping that up now. Thanks for attending.
One man the focus of attention. In fantastic form and the top scorer in the league. Can he add to his tally today? Live on EA TV. And hello from a special place in the football world. We're at St James's Park here in Newcastle upon Tyne. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me in the commentary position is the former England defender Lee Dixon. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Newcastle United, and they take on Fulham.
Yeah, the talking is over, the game plans are set. Now it's up to the players to go out and earn their corn. There's nothing the managers can do once the first whistle goes. I think, Derek, we're in for a cracker.
So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. Would you call it 4-5-1, Lee?
Yeah, I really like this formation, Derek. 4-2-3-1, really. The two central midfield players supplying support to a three ahead of them, and then a lone striker with a number 10 just behind him.
And this is the team Fulham have selected. And this is a formation most people in the game are very familiar with nowadays.
Yeah, most coaches are adopting this formation. What it does give you is two holding players in front of the back four to protect them, but it also gives you three supporting players to that central striker.
Welcome to St James's Park. Enjoy the match.
And now they get the ball rolling. Modric. Raul Albiol here. Manquillo. Effective challenge. Harrison Reed. And in possession, Caballero. Tosin Adarabioyo. And Reed with it. You can't help feeling, when you look at the table, that when you're playing dominant football such as they have been, that they're going to lap the field.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been so professional in what they do, on and off the pitch. They focus on each game. They can see the finishing line now, not too long to go. Can't see anybody catching them.
Tremendous intuition to win it back. Modric. Well, for Newcastle United, they had a tough fixture last time out and could only manage a draw against West Ham United. How will they fare in this match, Lee?
Well, it was a tough contest, not a lot to split between the two. 1-1 draw, but I think they'll really do better today. I'm going to predict a win.
Anguissa. Harrison Reed. This is Loftus-Cheek. Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow. Lee, what do you think we'll see from him?
Well, basically, you've got to keep him out the box because he's got such a brilliant finishing ability that you give him half a yard, he will score. So keep him as far away from your goal as possible.
Patrick Bamford. And Reed with it. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Modric. And news of a goal at Molineux. Alan McInally with the details. Alan.
It's a goal for Burnley. 19 minutes played, 1-0.
Regular updates from Alan McInally along the way. Aina. Reed now. Onguisa. And the cross is very much on. What can he do from here? This is Loftus-Cheek. Well, they're keeping their opponents moving and guessing. Has eyes for goal. Serious miscue in terms of the strike. Easy for the keeper.
No, he won't have an...
Oh, a big mistake. Good work to win the ball back high up the pitch. Defensive roadblock in the way of that cross. Over it comes, and fisted away. Onguisa. And lining it up. Callum Wilson. Joe Willock. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Well, he's done really well with his angles there. Good reactions too.
The corner from Modric. Jacob Murphy. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Patrick Bamford. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Robinson. Ivan Cavaleiro. Can he give them the lead? In it goes! The opening goal in this contest.
Derek, it's like the manager scored. He's one of the players all of a sudden. Great stuff. Well, it's good build-up, and there's one player standing in front of the goal, and it falls to him, and he's not going to miss from there.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored.
Well, it can be difficult being a manager at times, none more so than now.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. And news of a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's get that news from Alan.
It's a goal for Tottenham Hotspur. 36 minutes played, 1-0.
Many thanks, Alan. And successfully cut out. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. Can they take advantage of the situation? Well, they've won themselves a corner and a chance perhaps to add an additional goal for security. And firing it into the area. Well, the header, but a comfortable save for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he has to do better than that. I could have saved that, Derek.
Lewis. Callum Wilson. Showing patience, looking for the equaliser. Well, sloppy in possession. Callum Wilson. Difficult to stop him. Well, the pass in behind the defence. Quick thinking from the keeper. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. I think most fans would be pretty happy with this man's display so far.
Well, Derek, you're right. He has played well, and goals win games. He's been a joy to watch in this form. Sit back and enjoy him in the second half.
And now they get the ball rolling. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through. Ivan Cavaleiro. The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Anguissa. This is Loftus-Cheek. Dangerous looking through ball. Surely! And still a chance. So following the deflection, a corner kick coming up here. And now the delivery. Well thumped clear. Bobby Reid. Anguissa. Dangerous looking attack. Straightforward take. Lewis. There has been so much speculation in terms of whether the transfer would... He's in with a chance. Has eyes for goal. No shortage of excitement. Level again. No wonder they're excited.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely through ball to set up the chance. And he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard. Yes, a show of emotion, and why not? They're back in this, game on.
Even Steven, one apiece in this match.
Newcastle United goal! Number 13, Callum Wilson.
Harrison Reed. Well, don't forget, action from the fourth round of the FA Cup is coming your way on EA TV. It's Newcastle United facing Manchester United.
Yeah, cup football has its own special atmosphere for me. Mistakes can be really costly. Can't wait for that one.
Diego Lainez. Joe Willock. A creative look about this. Wilson. Here's Modric. Now keeper getting both gloves on the ball.
When you look at those stats, Derek, it tells a story all of its own. They haven't created enough chances. Their forwards have been off their game as well. They haven't really utilised the wide areas for me, but they should go on and win the game, to be honest.
Anguissa. And snuffing out the danger. Well, it could be on for him here. It's got to be. And it's in! They're back in front. Stunning scenes here.
Derek, it's like the manager scored. He's one of the players all of a sudden. Great stuff. Well, here's the replay, and the little 1-2 is superb. But I have to say, after that, the keeper doesn't cover himself in glory. Near post, left exposed, and he's punished.
Well, 2-1 it is here. Just a quick reminder, we'll have FA Cup fourth round action coming up for you live. It's Fulham facing Queen's Park Rangers.
Knockout football, Derek, you know it's my favourite. Properly focuses the mind, that does. Well, it should do anyway. I'm looking forward to it.
Patrick Bamford. And a throw-in it's going to be. Modric. Willock. Plenty of options. Could cross it in here. Modric. This could be the equaliser. But it can't get through. Harrison Reed. Promising pass. Patrick Bamford. Must be. Not far away at all with the volley.
Well, to catch it like that, you've got to have really good technique. And oh, so close.
.15 minutes remaining. Modric. Well, attacking possibilities. Potential danger. And a goal to level this contest. All even.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And once he gets himself settled with the keeper to beat, he hammers it into the back of the net. Smashing goal.
And level again here. This has been quite the roller coaster ride.
Number 13, Callum Wilson.
Adarabioyo.
Well, as we see from the stats, it's nothing to split these two teams up. It's been a brilliant attacking game. Defences are stretched on both sides. Midfielders created for both sides. And the forwards have had a field day, Derek.
Well, moving the ball impressively here. Robbed them. The high press was on, and the chance is on. Options in the centre. So a throw in here. Well, great read there to intercept. Ongisa. Here's Ademola Lookman. On and on he goes. And a good-looking ball. This is why we adore this game. Late drama, and now they're in front.
Well, it looks like the game is over, but no, there's another chance. And there it is, back of the net. It looks like the winner. Well, here's the replay, Derek. I love a ball into the box. You know that. It's a beauty. And to be honest with you, he's not going to get an easier goal than that. A simple tap-in.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider.
Well, they haven't been at their best today, that's for sure, but this game is far from over, and the fans are certainly reminding them of that. You've got to think there'll be one more chance or two.
Jacob Murphy. Well, wait, don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 additional minutes. We have entered the final minute of normal time. In with a chance. And delivered towards the back post. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely ball into the box. And from there, the soft cushion volley is an absolute dream. I love this goal.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. So the current scoreline, 4-2. Lewis. Modric. Getting in there to intercept. So the final whistle, and no cause for celebration in the Magpies camp. Lee, what did you make of how it went?
Well, it looks a pretty straightforward defeat in the end, but it was closer than that for me. It could have gone either way at one stage, but they'll be disappointed with no points today for sure.
Well, I think it's accurate to say, Lee, that this man was the light bringer for his side.
Well, he played well, scored a goal. What a good performance from him.
Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through. Ivan Caballero. Surely, and still a chance. He's in with a chance. Has eyes for goal. No shortage of excitement. Level again. No wonder they're excited. Well, it could be on for him here. It's got to be. And it's in! They're back in front. Stunning scenes here. Must be. Not far away at all with the volley.
Well, to catch it like that, you've got to have really good technique.
But attacking possibilities. And a goal to level this contest. All even. And a good-looking ball. In with a chance. And delivered towards the back post. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to...
Just a couple of questions for you. Thank you, that's it for the questions.
One man the focus of attention. He scored 4 in his last 3. What will he produce today? Stay with us on EA TV. And here we are at one of the great venues for football anywhere in the world, Old Trafford in Manchester. My name is Derek Ray. With me in the commentary box is Arsenal legend Lee Dixon. And we have live action from the FA Cup to bring you today. It is Manchester United up against Newcastle United.
Well, I suppose at this stage in the tournament you can dream about the final, but an awful lot of football to be played, an awful lot of hard work. Another step towards the final. I'm really looking forward to this one, Derek.
This is the team Manchester United will go with. Would you call it 4-5-1, Lee?
Yeah, I really like this formation, Derek. 4-2-3-1, really. The two central midfield players supplying support to a 3 ahead of them, and then a lone striker with a number 10 just behind him.
So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. Pretty well balanced, this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the 3 just behind him, especially the number 10 who will be given a free role.
Enjoy the game.
An absorbing match in prospect. Manchester United get the ball rolling. Fred. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Here is Fred. Another perfect position to read it. Lainez. Might be a chance here. Courageous goalkeeping, but he's got the ball.
Well, you have to be brave, don't you, diving at the feet of a player like that. Good goalkeeping.
Scott McTominay. Edinson Cavani now. I must say, this looks promising. Possession one. And space for them here on the flank. Cutting the ball back. Modric. Must be. And this time, it's in. Well, the goal will not stand. It is offside.
Yeah, good football there, but just straight offside.
Disappointing control, and they've lost the ball. Possession changes hands, the interception there. Wan-Bissaka. Cavani. James. On to Wan-Bissaka. Well, a pretty ordinary challenge. Wan-Bissaka. And here's Fred. Physically strong and secure on the ball. Cavani with a slide rule pass. Splendid save from the keeper. Danger averted.
Yeah, he didn't have long to react to that, but you have to praise his reflexes there.
Short corner it is. Rashford in the middle. It comes to absolutely nothing. Fred. On and on he goes. He might yet finish. And clears his lines. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Can he convert? And what a magical save it was!
Well, that was the chance to take the lead, and the manager's frustration is there for all to see.
Now, how about the short corner? And that is how to block. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. Given away by Manchester United. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Joe Willock. Callum Wilson. Chances on. And it's in! 1-0. They breached the defence.
Well, when you come to a game, you want to see skill like this. It's absolutely brilliant dribbling. The defender is all over the place. What a goal.
So United restart the game. Disappointed to have conceded. Can they come up with an equaliser? Raul Albiol. Willock. He's going forward well here. Wilson. And they couldn't quite muster a real threat. Scott McTominay.
Newcastle possession stats are not too great, but again, we've seen it before, we'll see it again. Their counter-attack play has been absolutely fantastic. Pace really hurts defences, and they've got that in abundance.
Cleared away. Brandon Williams. And that's going to be the goalkeeper's ball. And the assistant referee has raised his flag. Offside. Cavani. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Callum Wilson. And very deftly cut out. Cavani. Plenty of options. And teammates to play it to. McTominay. Can he finish? Interception to snuff out the danger. Raul Albiol. Jacob Murphy. He's given us away. An effective ball. Wan-Bissaka. Now Mata. Well, that wasn't a million miles away.
No, it was close. It was a decent effort. They'll keep plugging away, I'm sure.
Willock. It's with Raul Albiol. And if you're wondering about added time, 2 minutes it'll be. Modric. Modric. Wilson. Here's Modric. Chance to finish. It's gone in. Well, they're really in the mood here. Can they be stopped?
Well, here it is again, and all the credit goes to the goal scorer. But you have to ask questions about the keeper. He's got to have that covered for me. No wonder he's frustrated with himself.
Newcastle United goal.
And that will do it for the first half here at the Theatre of Dreams. Well, for a striker, it can sometimes be a hit or a miss, and in the case of Edinson Cavani, it's been more a miss in this game, Lee.
Well, he's been a little bit safe today. He's not risked anything. That's not good enough. That's why they're behind in this game. Sometimes you've just got to take a little chance. Go for it.
An absorbing match in prospect. Manchester United get the ball rolling. Cutting the ball back. Modric. Must be. And this time, it's in. Well, the goal will not stand. It is... Splendid save from the keeper. Danger averted.
Yeah, he didn't have long to react to that, but you have to.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Can he convert? And what a magical save it was! Callum Wilson. Chances on. And it's in! 1-0. They've breached the defence. Wan-Bissaka. Well, that wasn't a million miles away.
No, it was close. It was a decent effort. They'll keep plugging away, I'm sure.
Here's Modric. Chance to finish. It's gone in. Well, they're really in the mood here. Can they be stopped? As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Zaldua. Callum Wilson. They do pass the ball with authority. Possession lost. Scott McTominay. Now with Rashford. Rashford can be problematic for opposing defenders. Oh, he's fired it off the frame of the goalie.
Well, he's hit the woodwork, and quite frankly, he's got to score a goal there.
Raul Albiol. On the ball's Zaldua. Well, we wondered if this might come to pass, and I can tell you it has. Clément Lenglet has completed his move to Manchester City, Lee.
I think he'll add some real quality to this new club. He's a team player. I'm sure he'll settle in quickly. A proper pro.
Well, he's given a corner, the referee. Over it comes. Well, it has come to nothing. And making the move to the inside. That's a very impressive piece of defending. Juan Mata. Edinson Cavani now. That's a well-struck pass. Rashford. He read it well, but still work to do. Good work to win the ball back high up the pitch. McTominay. And now Rashford. Rashford! Well, a decent attempt, but just pulled wide. Well, both teams have had substitutes warming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. Manquillo. Well, don't forget we have the decisive second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final coming up for you live on EA TV. It's Manchester United facing Wolves.
Yeah, it surely has to be an epic game. Two sides doing everything in their power to make it to the final. All on the line. Has to be a cracker, Derek.
Now can they create something? Well, the pass in behind the defence. Quick thinking from the keeper. Modric. Modric. Callum Wilson. Might really be able to trouble them here. That's not a bad ball. Goalkeeper's ball. The cross delivered too close to him. Wilson. He could pick out a teammate. Fraser. On the ball's Aldua. And taken away. And a friendly reminder that we have more action from the Premier League coming up. It's Newcastle United. And the alarm bells are ringing. Surely. Saved, but still a chance. Well, threat averted.
Newcastle really controlling possession. It's important to have strong, dominant players in your midfield, and they've got that. Just look at what that control gives you.
Modric. Jacob Murphy. Opportunity. And a strong glove on the ball from the keeper. Well, he's given a corner, the referee.
Substitution for Manchester United. Coming off the pitch, number 7, Edison Cavani. Coming onto the pitch, number 9, Anthony Martial.
And now the delivery. No one able to do any damage with it. Fred. It's with McTominay. Rashford. Oh, in with a chance. And thumped away. Callum Wilson. The ball with Luka Modric. Luka Modric with the pass. Not to be this time. Scott McTominay. Only 10 minutes remaining here. Anthony Martial. Martial. McTominay. On to Bruno Fernandes. But it can't get all the way through. He cuts it back. And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Well, there might well be scope for them to counter-attack here. Well, the attack carried an initial threat, but fizzled out. Bruno Fernandes. Might be able to get in behind the defence. A chance for him to get in behind, maybe. Well, good defending, clattered out of there. And offside, unfortunately. Here's a change for Manchester United. James. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Donny van de Beek. Over the top towards Rashford. He knows what he's doing when it comes to blocking. Martial, but it can't get through. Not to be advised giving the ball away there. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, great block. And the counter looks on here. Options available. 1 minute remaining. Martial distributing shrewdly. Can they keep it out? And very deftly cut out. There's the final whistle, and the visitors move on.
Yeah, it was a good performance. Tight game, entertaining game, back and forth. Test for both sets of players, but one side has come out on top, but only just.
Well, as we run the rule over this man's work, positive after positively.
Well, he played well, scored a goal. What a good performance from him.
An absorbing match in prospect. Manchester United get the ball rolling. Cutting the ball back. Modric. Must be. And this time it's in. Well, the goal will not stand. It is off. Splendid save from the keeper, danger averted.
Yeah, he didn't have long to react to that, but you have to...
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Can he convert? And what a magical save it was! Callum Wilson. Chances on. And it's in! 1-0, they breached the defence. Wan-Bissaka. Well, that wasn't a million miles away.
No, it was close. It was a decent effort. They'll keep plugging away, I'm sure.
Here's Modric. Chance to finish. It's gone in. Well, they're really in the mood here. Can they be stopped? Oh, he's fired it off the frame of the goalie.
Well, he's hit the woodwork. Quite frankly, he's got to score a goal there.
Jacob Murphy. Opportunity. Well, a strong glove on the ball from the keeper. Well, he's given a corner, the referee.
Some questions regarding the match? Thank you.